Hi guys, welcome to Angular 8 video tutorial for absolute beginners by TechTechTuts in 2019. In today's video tutorial, we will talk about routing and navigation inside Angular 8, and we will see that how can we implement routing and navigation inside Angular 8 step by step. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So the first question came into the mind that what is routing and navigation? So let me give you an example of angular.io website. When a user visits this website, they find many links on this website which will take them someplace. Like if you click on the features link here, it will take you to the features of especially this Angular application. And if you click on the docs, it will take you to the docs links. So these links which we have created are called navigations or nav bars, and they are represented as to route from to navigate from one location to another location within or outside of this website. So in any website or in any web app, even on the desktop app, you create a GUI, or in web we call it UI and UX, which is called user interface and user experience. So when you create proper navigation links, then users don't need to remember, and they just click on that navigation link and the application will take them to the desired result. So this is what we call routing and navigations. So let's see that how can we now implement this routing and navigation inside Angular 8 app. So we know that every Angular 8 app build up of different components, and we can add those components inside their HTML correspondings using their tags, just like the HTML tags. So I will open here my text editor VS Code, and inside src, inside app, as you can see, we have only one component, and that is app components. So to understand routing and navigation, first we need to create some components, and we will then implement them without using routing and navigation. So to create components, we will open the built-in terminal of VS Code, and then I will type here ng generate. So you can type G or you can completely type generate, then C for component, or you can completely type component. It's up to you. So ng G C, and then I will give it the name, like I will give it home. So it will create a component with the name of home inside our app folder. So as you can see that it created 3 files and updated our app.module.ts file. Again, I will create the second one component, and that will be about component. So again, I will create another component, contact, and this will be the contact component. So as you see, I have created 3 components, and they are already added inside our app.module.ts file. They are imported here. Successfully they are imported, and as well as they are added inside our declaration. So now it means that we can use in our HTML the selectors which are added inside each component. So inside home, if I go to home.component.ts file, it says app-home is the selector for this component. So it means that I can type in app.component.html here. Let me remove this previous code which we were working on, HTTP client module. So let me comment it so that later we might need it. So I will comment it, and then I will simply type here app home, and then I will same go for the about, and then app-contact. I know that the other 2 components also have app-in start and then the name of the component. So I will save it, and after I save it and open it in the browser, and you will see it shows us home works, about works, and contact works. So it means all of 3 components have been successfully added inside our app component module. So 3 of them are working just fine, but we want that each component will display once. I mean, one component should display, and then we will have a navigation somewhere on the top or somewhere in the bottom, anywhere. And when we click on the corresponding link or navigation, it will take us to the corresponding components. So let's implement that feature, and then it will show only one component's data here, and the next data will come when we click on that particular link or navigation. So inside Angular 8, to include navigation and routing, there is a module added by default with Angular 8 app or Angular 7 app or Angular 6 app, which is called routing or route in short word. So we can import that module inside our app.module.ts file. Here I will import it here. So I will write import router module from Angular/router. So it means we have successfully imported router module here, but we need to create some routes as well. So this router module does have another class which is called route, and we need to import this one as well, because with this route we will create our navigation. So inside this module we create a const variable named routes, and we will assign them the type routes, and then we will pass them arrays of objects. So this is how we define our, sorry, this is not the routes, this is route. So const routes colon route, or then we will here create our routes. So it is saying that routes is declared, but its value is never read. No problem with that. We will use it. And how we will use it? Inside our imports, because we know that in our imports array we import the modules. So this router module will be added here, plus we will add what routes we want to use with this. So we have two functions, one is for child and one is for root. If you are using this in a child component or child module, then you need to use for child, but as I'm using it in app module.ts, which is the main module, so that's why I will use for root, and then we will pass it routes variable which we have created here. So when we added this one router module dot routes, it is saying that argument of type route is not assignable to parameter of type route. So what it is telling us that router module for root, you cannot assign this route. So let's complete it and then we will see. So the first route is our home route. So we create a path key value here, and then we say component, and inside component we call home component. So this is our first route which we have created. So actually I think I'm making a mistake here, because it is saying that routes argument of type route is not assignable. So it means this is not route, this is routes. So sorry, this is the routes, not the route. So I will pass routes here, and after that it is now fine. So next I will create, first I have created the first route here with the key value path key, and value is the what we will use in the front end as navigation, and then the other key is the component, and its value is the component which we want to load. So next will be about. So path is about, this is our navigation path, and then component will be about component. Next is path contact, and of course the component will be contact component. So this is how we have created our navigation, and here we need to, it is saying that missing semicolon, so here put the semicolon and then the error will be gone. So we have successfully created our routing here, and we can test it by going on in the browser. And okay, let me create one more thing, that inside our application.component.html file I have to remove all these three, and in replace of this we need to add router outlet. Sorry, outlet. So router outlet, it will, wherever you use this router outlet, our component will be rendered here inside this router outlet when we are using them with the routing module. So now if I go to here in the home page, we don't have any component because our first component is being loaded by home. So /home, if I type /home, you see our component is working. Then I type about, it is working, and if I type contact, it is also working fine. Now you see with the routing, I have created the proper routes and proper component is loading, but we need to use navigation here. So that navigation, when I click, then it will load the corresponding component, because no one wants to remember that which link should I type here to access the certain component. So let me go to the VS Code, and then inside app.component.html, here I will create a UL li, and inside first li I will create a href, and I will call it home, and inside here I will say /home. I will copy it 2 times and then about, and I will navigate it to about, and then contact, and then I will navigate it to contact. I'm not using any kind of styling here. So this is simple navigation. So here you see now I have home, about and contact. So if I click on home, it will load the home component. If I click on the about, it will load the about component, and when I click contact, it will load the contact component. That is very easy, and this is how we create routing and navigation. But if you see, I click on any link, it gets the page refreshed. So every time I click a link, the page gets refreshed. This shouldn't be happened in single page applications. The page should not be refreshed. So to make this change, what I need to do, or what you need to do, is that remove this href and replace it with router link. This router link you can call it a component module, or you can call it attribute, routing attribute. So sorry, router link, and then I can now save it. And after that, when the page reload, now when I click on any component, you will notice that the page is not refreshing automatically, you see, and our links are working properly. So this is the simplest possible way of creating routing and navigation inside Angular 8. So this is it. This is how you create simple routing and navigation inside Angular 8. In the next upcoming video tutorial, we will see that how can we implement dynamic routing and how can we implement child routing, parent-child relationships. So if you are interested to watch that video tutorial, then don't forget to press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so that you will get notified as soon as I upload a new video. With that, I will end this video tutorial, and let's meet to the next video tutorial. Till then, take care and goodbye.